come along with me. I'm just taking a walk on this old plank road. Look at what I noticed. Oh, some of it's starting to rot away. But these plank roads were so amazing. Remember when we talked about the first plank roads? They allowed people to go much faster and further distances in that amount of time, right? Let's see what else we have here. Oh my, some of these boards are really creaky. There's another hole, but I'm on my way anyway. Wait a minute. Stop, pay toll. I'm just trying to go through. I just want to go down the plank road. Why are they making me stop? What do they mean I have to pay a toll? Let's see. My friends, we've actually just arrived at the Proctor Toll House. Let me tell you a little bit more about the Proctor Toll House. It's one of 7 toll gates between Lansing and Howell. This building stood just west of Park Lake Road on the south side of Grand River. It was built around 1850 and collected tolls, so money that would be used to pay for the new plank road. Plank roads were in good condition for 3 or 4 years. After that, they needed constant attention. We saw the holes and the loose boards, right? They definitely need some attention. Annual costs, so what it would cost in a year, were estimated between 20 to 30% of the original cost of the road. That's quite a bit. Gravel was substituted as the planks decayed or rotted, and the roads became a combination of planks and gravel. Let's check out a little bit more of this Proctor Tollgate house. After people paid their toll, the toll gate would go up, and you could go on through and continue your journey on the plank road. Come on over here for a minute. If you've been wondering what type of toll you might have to pay, luckily, there's a sign here that gives us an idea of what it might cost. So it says, stop and pay a toll, foot passenger. That's someone who's just walking, right? 1 cent. A horse and a rider, 4 cents. A carriage would be 10 cents. Not very much considering how much things cost today, right? A horse and sleigh, 5 cents. A horse without a man, 3 cents. Now, my friends, a horse isn't gonna come through all by himself, right, and pay 3 cents, but we might have a horse and a rider for 4 cents, an additional horse without a man for 3 more cents, okay? This last one on here is swine, right, for 1 cent. And I skipped over one because I was a little confused, but I guess I'll read it anyway. Neat creature, 2 cents. A neat creature? What in the world is a neat creature? Well, we'll go inside. Maybe there's something in there that'll help us figure it out. Come on. Well, hello guys. Why do you think we're inside the Tollgate house? Well, let me tell you. Sometimes you do just pay your toll and they lift the gate and you keep on going. But other times, the journey is long and cold and people are weary. Do you know what that means to be weary? Their journey was just so tiring on their bodies. Think about riding along for that long, out sometimes in wintry weather. Sometimes you just need a rest. So those people would come inside the Tollgate house. There would always be a stove to keep them warm. You want to know something that they would put on the stove? They would put potatoes around the stove and heat them up, so that when they got back into their carriage, they would wrap those potatoes up in fabric and nestle them on top of their feet so that their feet would stay warm on their long journey. So you can imagine if you had been out in cold weather for a long time, even if you had put those potatoes on your feet, they are not still warm. So you could come on in, warm yourself, warm those potatoes. You could take a long rest, have maybe some good conversation, and then after you pay your toll, you can be back on your way. Now, I have to tell you something that's special to me about this particular Tollgate house. They have actually turned this Tollgate house into a museum that tells us about so many things from long ago. Today, we're going to look at some of the artifacts that they have in this museum so that we can learn more about life long ago. Let's check it out. Let's take a look at some of the cool stuff that they have in this museum. All right. Well, what in the world are these? Looks like a little pointy foot. Oh, wait. My friends, this is a cobbler's bench. These are the tools for making shoes. Wow, take a look at that old shoe. Isn't that amazing and impeccably made? Let's compare it to mine. Do you see a difference? Yeah, things certainly have changed, although I'd kind of like to get myself a pair of those. All right, along the walls, you'll notice that we have different maps along the way. But something I really want to show you is this diorama. It's inside a glass case, and it says, passing the toll gate on the plank road. Look at here. It's a horse and carriage. Here they're coming along the plank road. It says, stop, pay toll. Oh my goodness. I hope that this little cart and animal move out of the way before this man pays his toll, because he needs to get through. Pretty cool though, isn't it? There's the Tollgate house. That man sitting over there might be the person who owns the Tollgate house. And he sits there and waits for people to come on by so that he can lift that toll gate for them and take their toll. So many other neat things. I wonder what... Oh my goodness! Look! The neat creature. Outside, they told us that we had to pay for a neat creature, right? So think a minute. What do you think a neat creature is? I don't know, like salamanders are pretty neat, right? I don't know, what else? Like, I don't know, unicorn or... Let's see. All right. What is the neat creature? It's listed on the sign out front. The American Heritage Dictionary of English Language defines neat as a domestic bovine animal. What? The other definition of neat cattle is cattle fattened for the market. Neat's foot oil. Wait a minute. Is this Neat's foot oil? Also got its name from the neat creature. It is a light yellow, odorless oil made by boiling the skin and feet of cattle. It is used to lubricate delicate machinery and to dress leather. There, that one's a little bit easier to see. The shins and feet of cattle make the best grade of oil, but the feet of horses and sheep are sometimes used too. My friends, the neat creature was a cow. I guess it wasn't a salamander after all, but that would be cool. Okay, so take a look up here. What do you think that is? Now, right now, you're seeing a light bulb, but they didn't have electricity then, right? So before, there would be candles in these candle holders. The wall is protected by the metal behind it, and the light of the candle actually can reflect off of that metal to help spread that light out in that area of a building. Here are some more maps. This one is actually really cool. I'm looking for Michigan right now. I mean, I'm recognizing a lot of this. Can you see that? Now, if Michigan usually looks like a mitten, they certainly are forgetting part of Michigan on that map. Maybe they haven't really explored that area much. Another wonderful thing about this Tollgate House Museum is that there are a lot of wonderful pictures on the wall that show us history in this area. First Capitol building. Look at this one. See if you can get a good look there. This is an actual plank road. Now look at those logs all lined up, right? Then they are now realizing maybe we need to smooth those logs out, right? Bumpity 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 bump. Ooh, you can go farther a lot faster. All right, down here, we have some portraits on the wall. Alonzo Proctor and his wife, Sarah, they owned this Tollgate house. Look at how neat those pictures are. So old-fashioned. Look at their hair, so perfectly done. Up here, this was their entire estate. They lived in a farmhouse, huge barn. I love that we have these pictures available to us. Some of you may actually have seen these in a relative's home. These are super old sewing machine tables. The sewing machine actually can drop right down into the table, and the table will close, and it's just a flat surface. It's really cool. Now, if you've seen somebody sew in modern times, they just plug it into the wall, push a little button with their foot, and it goes, right? Not these. You had to pump this with your foot to make sure that you could keep that wheel spinning so that your sewing machine would actually work. I'm gonna walk right on by this stove that we saw earlier. Whew, I bet that got awfully hot. Over here, they're showing us tools from long ago. These are so fun, and we'll be able to see some of these as well in the barn. But look at this two-man saw. One man holds this side, another man holds that side, and they use their energy together to saw through trees and make logs. This is a buck saw, an ash scoop to get those ashes out of the stoves. I wonder if there's anything else cool around here. Come closer. All right, so here we have a quill and some ink. My friends, this is a ledger or a record of the people who came through this Tollgate house. Look at this, March 26th, 1864. This is so old and so cool. We can just go page after page after page and see the different dates that people came, maybe how many people came through, and how much money they took in tolls that day. This is so fun. Thank you for joining me in the Tollgate house today. I really love it here and I hope you enjoyed it.